Hi loves, how are you all? I thought for this end of this week we would do something a little bit different. I felt that it's been quite a heavy week for the world. I think it's getting used to a new way of being for the moment, with most people in lockdown or restricted and kind of getting used to that. There's been a lot of getting used to the social distancing, which has been going on for a few weeks now, really. People being more careful, more conscientious about giving other people space and knowing why we're doing that. But I really feel that this week it's been heightened. There's been more masks around, and I wore a mask myself today for the first time while going food shopping. And it was a strange experience, and also it was uncomfortable, like my skin started to itch, and then I could see why they had not recommended masks right at the start, at least here in the UK, because you do feel yourself wanting to touch your face more with a mask on, because for me anyway, it was quite uncomfortable. So that was, just a realization, and then also the itchiness, and then thinking of the frontline staff in the hospitals and care homes and pharmacies and the supermarkets, all of these workers who are still out there having to wear these masks while they work for their protection and for the protection of others. So I feel that there's been a little bit of a deeper realization this week on a personal level and also on the collective level. So it'll be interesting as well if you have any comments around that, if you've been feeling similar, what your experiences have been. And all of these meditations and sessions I'm doing, I kind of, I bring in that energy of the world and of what's going on at the moment. So if you have any ideas of things that you would like to see in future episodes, then please do let me know in the comments, and then I can bring that in. So last time we did resilience, right, and really growing ourselves, and then before that we did love, which was just to bring a little bit of lighter energy into it, because everything is so heavy at the moment. So we're not going to actually meditate today, because what I found last year, and you might be finding the same around this time, is that meditation can sometimes be quite difficult to do. I'm not necessarily finding it that difficult at the moment, because my physical health is good and I can go within and meditate. Last year, when I was going through my physical challenges, it was very difficult for me to meditate. And that's what I wanted to bring in today, because it can seem that, every day we could meditate and it's so wonderful to do and it helps so much. But what do we do at those times of our lives when we really can't focus on meditation, when it's so difficult to do, whether you're in physical or emotional pain or you can't focus? It's not possible to do. And I wanted to bring that in, that there are other things that you can do in order to bring yourself back to that center, back to that place within, which isn't necessarily a meditation, but it's still a way of you coming back home to yourself. Because really that's what meditation is. It's coming back home to yourself. You're silent, you're within, you're with yourself, completely with yourself. So one of the things that I love doing, and that I could still do last year when I was going through things, so hopefully that's some wisdom for you for this year and around this time, is journaling. Writing, journaling your thoughts, your emotions, what's going on with your life, your daily things, You could write what you've been doing since you woke up in the morning, writing how you feel when you go out for a walk, coming back and writing down the things that you saw. Anything at all. Journaling is nothing, it's not writing that you go back and look over and correct. You can be grammatically wrong. You can have spelling mistakes. It really doesn't matter. Journaling is there for you to say everything that you want to. And it's that kind of deep felt writing. I have had students in the past who have had a problem with journaling or keeping a diary because in their teenage years, parents have seen the diary and it's led to a real dislike of even writing, but that real hurt and pain that comes with someone reading your inner thoughts, it's difficult, right? And then you have to try and get back into that space of trust, of trusting that no one will read those precious words of yours. So if you're in a safe space, in a relationship or at home by yourself, in a safe place where you can do that and you can write and journal, please do. If that's not you at the moment, you can write things down and you can tear them up straight away. You don't need to keep everything, so you can get things out of yourself, and that's actually a great letting go exercise. Writing and then tearing up the paper or burning. We've done burning on the full moon before, which is just wonderful because you're letting all of that energy go and just letting it out, and it's not there for you. So write things down, tear it up, shred it. You don't have to have it anywhere, so it doesn't have to have anyone's eyes on it at all, including yours. Cards, and I am going to show my new oracle cards. So whatever kind of decks you have, whatever oracle or tarot cards, looking at the pictures, seeing what comes up. So let's see. This is Colette Baron Reid's deck, Wisdom of the Oracle. So when I look through these, what I do is I would be looking at the picture, seeing what it means for me, seeing the colors, seeing the writing, what's on there, and then either reflecting within myself or journaling. So it's entirely up to you what you do. And the cards are beautiful, really just to get a realization. And that could be enough for you. And you could make your own cards as well. You could do them with postcards. I've done that before. So if you have some postcards around the house, make your own cards up so that you have some kind of deep realization within you around what it means for you. And really it's that time of within. That's what we're getting to when you can't meditate. That time of within. That silent time, that time to reflect, that time to let your soul speak out. So let me show you a few of the cards and a little bit of writing around that, and then if you want to, you can think about it. It might be some help for you. Okay, so this is, I listen to my body to bring me back to center. I chose this one, and with my cards I have the explanation on the other side, so they're double-sided like that. I chose this one to talk about because especially when a lot of us are at home, it might be very usual for us to be walking, to be commuting, to be going up and down stairs at work or on the tube or on the bus and very, very physical with our bodies. And at the moment, you might be sitting more, you might be inside more and not as physical with the body. So I think it's a nice reminder to do some movement. So I'll read what it says on the back for you. Listen to your physical body when it feels out of balance. Action the changes needed and notice your emotional self improve as well as your physical self. And that's really the key. The more you move, the more you're in your physical self, and your physical self gets better, your emotional self gets better. We are connected. We are not a separate physical, a separate emotional, a separate spiritual. We are one. We're a whole being. Let's do this one next. I ground to find strength. And you know you have the grounding after each meditation that we've done so far. And that grounding is going to help you. So if you can't do a full meditation, ground yourself. Maybe sit on some grass if there's some grass that you can safely sit on at this moment in time. Do that. Even just putting your palms on the ground, your feet on the ground, seeing those roots move down into the earth to ground yourself. Anything like that is going to really help at this time. Ground yourself and soul. Ground through meditation. Focus on your breath. So yes, the breathing, that can be so grounding. Connect to nature. Find wisdom in the silence. Let's do a couple more. So another one that we used for a meditation earlier on. My core is fierce. So this was the first meditation, I think, in this series where we really strengthened our core in order to actually do what we need to do at this moment in time. So my core is fierce. Deep, deep within you is power. The more in your center and core you can be, the more you can access this amazing energy. The fire within you is strong. And then I have a little affirmation at the bottom. My core is strong. So all of the cards have a little bit of writing, the mandala, the picture, so a little bit of focus, and then a little bit of explanation and words of wisdom, and then another affirmation for you at the bottom. I hope you like them. I'm really loving using them, and this is the box, and I will put the link for you as well at the bottom. And these have grown over a long time. They were seeded in 2015 when I started meditating and connecting to my spirit guide and getting those spiritual downloads of those words of wisdom, the affirmations, the words, all of that deep, deep wisdom. And then from that came the mandalas, came the free form mandalas, came all of that. That was a lot in 2017 and 18 where I really had those kind of free form and pictures and all of that. And then last year, after I started to feel really, really good again, so it was from December, I started to put everything together and to bring it into this form. So with the colorful mandala, with the writing, everything together, and this is what it has created. So I hope you do enjoy them. Okay, we'll do one more card. I take each day at a time. This is such a big learning for us, not just for this moment in time and the way things are at the moment, but for always, 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 always. This present moment is everything. Be here now. You are doing the best you can each day, in every moment, through grief, through joy, through everything. Living in this present moment is vital for your peace. I am here right now. And isn't that so true for these times that we find ourselves going through? We are truly doing our best. No one could have known what was going to happen. It wasn't anything that we could have foreseen. So we are all doing our best. And your best is good enough. And it is enough. And you're doing it. And we'll get through this. We'll move through this. We'll move through it all together. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed seeing the cards. Maybe I'll bring them out every now and then as well. And a couple or a few ideas of what you can do if you can't find yourself doing, a meditation. So a sitting, closing your eyes, that type of meditation. This is something different you can do. You can also do your meditation or your inner connection while you go for your daily walk. If you have a walk, if you're still able to walk outside, walking around the block, being within yourself, and then coming back, writing about it, having a cup of tea, being in that moment of time, that will be your meditation. So don't worry, don't feel anxious if you can't meditate and if you can't do a normal meditation practice which has been normal for you for years. Because last year when I couldn't meditate, I've been meditating for years and years, and it was just like, oh my goodness, I can't focus, I can't do it. And it does make you feel a bit like, why can't I? What's going on? What's wrong with me? But these things come up, and emotionally, spiritually, physically, we're always going through things. We're always changing. We're always transforming. There's always things happening. And at times of our lives, maybe meditation or formal sitting meditation, closing their eyes, isn't going to be, it isn't going to be what we need or what we do at that moment in time. So we use different things, different tools which we have in our toolbox. Okay, my loves, take care of yourselves, stay safe and stay well, and I will see you very, very soon again. Do go back through the other videos as well. Enjoy. Stay peaceful.